We are back. That's right. We're back in the building, guys. We had lunch. Make no mistake about it. Had a little loose subs action. So if you're wondering what we had for lunch, you got your answer. So make no mistake about it.
Thank you, D-Money.
Oh, man. Corn Dog King has arrived. Teddy Graham 4744. Unreal. So we're going to bless you with a quick timeout here just to get the party started.
Bro, right away.
For the afternoon stream, you got a 10-second there. Why not? Let's get the party going.
10 seconds to the stream. Timeout. Wow. that's got to be a record right there.
Oh, man. That is very early, guys. Felt pretty good. I'm not going to lie, right? Kind of give it to him there right at the beginning of the stream. Let's set a record. Why not? So he's probably already back by now because it was only 10 seconds. But you got price sitting here, 30,648. You had some kind of bottoming out off of this bottom box that we kind of hit right going into lunchtime chat. You had a reaction right back up. Kind of W pattern. Looks like that kind of formed out here right off of the bottom box, that 500 level. Now we're currently sitting at 30,651 chat. So very interesting, right? You had some selling pressure step into the market. We already kind of talked through that previously here, and now you're kind of waiting to see how this thing kind of prints. On this, obviously, reversal. So you gotta love it. New 1 hour candle as well, and you got the 1 hour candle chat pushing up. The previous candle had a nice bottom wick put in, and the bulls have not. I mean, at this point, you got to say that the bulls are fighting a battle here. They are not giving up. They are not going away here, chat. Right, pretty strong closure. Obviously, previous 1 hour candle. You got the 4 hour candle here as well. Been open for about an hour. Little bottom wick put in. You got a lot of room back to the upside above 740. So let's see how this plays, guys. Right now, currently, obviously, I mean, price is pushing here. So you're kind of waiting to see how this thing kind of shapes up off of the lows, right? So you had a low here, another higher low, and then you just got to grind here back the opposite direction, chat. So a lot of bullish momentum kind of stepping in. Let's see how this plays out. Had a pretty good morning session, so not trying to kind of force anything here, right? You want to try to let price do its thing and join the momentum. So if this is a true V-shaped recovery, we could be headed back up here to kind of revisit these highs that we could no longer get back above, chat, right? So you got to kind of map out these levels as a potential area of interest if the upside continues, right? Which would take us, like I said, above 700. So this would be a level of interest if the bullish momentum continues, and that's roughly about 50 points. So there is room for this to continue. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, man. All right, guys. So we covered quite a few things here. Obviously, morning stream, we talked about ORB in detail, right? That was actually an agenda topic today, ORB and kind of placing stop losses and entries, etc. So we'll see what this afternoon brings. Any questions Javier has, and obviously the chat, we will try to get those answered.
Let's go.
Make no mistake about it, guys.
Let's go.
Give me 1 second here.
How are we doing, chat? Are you guys green today? Are you guys red? Are you guys breaking even? What we got going on? See some green, green, red, red, green AF, green and locked, red right now.
Red because I lost my internet on a trade and my take profit was not taken.
Oh,
wow,
man.
that sucks.
That sucks, man. Sorry.
That's just bad luck. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Can't do nothing about that.
all right. That's bad luck, guys. That happens. It's all kind of crazy stuff that happens, chat. You got to be able to kind of work through it, and you're trying to, you know, kind of navigate your way through the market. Sometimes there's some weird things that happen. It's always unfortunate that why did it have to happen and not right and your account go negative? Why couldn't you just get a crazy runner right in your direction? It's unfortunate.
It happens.
For real, my boss walked into my cube this morning when I was in a trade and I was sweating, chat. Oh man, that's how it is, guys. I mean, you're not the only one, right? I mean, we've all been there, chat. So now it's just a matter of you trying to fight back.
Yeah, for the guys that are red, you know, I think it's encouraging to not think about it as you need to make money back. Let's not think about it like that, right, D? I think we just got to look at what the market gives you, the opportunities that the market gives you, instead of that mindset that you have to make money back.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to fight the market all you want. It doesn't mean we got you hit you with a solo shot there, sir. So it doesn't mean that you know, just because maybe you're disappointed, chat, right? Because you had a loser or something, and now you feel like you got to make it back in this session. We all know that's not necessarily how the market works. So
definitely not. Just try to see if you could get a good opportunity. You know, if it follows your plan, great.
So right now, we are getting a lot of bullish kind of like momentum here, chat. So I am curious, can we hold that 622 area, right? The ORB low that we broke out of to the downside, right? Can we hold that level and expand up towards the 50 EMA, 670, and obviously the box, right? Which would put us at 30,700, chat. So very curious here, right? We unfortunately we kind of missed the, you know, maybe you guys were here and you were able to catch it, right? Maybe you were trading. D Money was inhaling a sub, chat, so I did not catch the recovery here, W pattern. So I need to be patient. Maybe we get some retracement and then a continuation higher. So right now you got Lucid accounts. 2 accounts, guys, 50% off using the code PW. You know the vibes. So you're able to get 2 accounts, 50% off. After that goes to 30% off using the code PW, chat. I prefer Lucid Flex accounts. Those are my favorite. I think I'm kind of watching here for, you know, is this going to be a continuation pop here, guys, to the upside on a long?
Did Hobby get to ride? Sorry.
Some kind of higher low before going higher, right? That's the question. So just gonna be patient. Let this thing kind of, you know, work its way out, and then I will try to join the party. What was that, Javier? Go ahead.
I was just reading a comment that said, which one was I reading? Oh, did Javi get a ride in the G-Wagon to lunch? No, I did not, sir.
No, he did not.
I did not.
D-Money did not drive
I took it home.
G-Wagon today, guys. We knew that it was going to be some rain in the forecast, so D-Money did not slip up today. I said no sirree Bob to the rain, guys. I knew it was going to be a lot of rain. I looked at the forecast, and if D-Money sees rain in the forecast, D-Money is not bringing out the G-Wagon, chat. So no, he did not. We are from India. Love you, sir. We always watch you. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I really appreciate that. I don't take it for granted.
Shout out to India.
India in the house.
India in the house.
G-Wagon. G-Wagon preserved for the baddies that cook. That's right. You got to be able to cook, chat. I think You know, if you're a female, you got to be able to cook a few meals. D-Money can throw down a few meals. Guys, I got a couple go-tos. I'm not going to lie. I can't tell you what those are because maybe you are in the chat and you are a potential D-Money, candidate here. So can't give away the secrets, but D-Money definitely has a couple go-to meals, chat. So I think, I think it's vital that you actually have some go-to meals, especially if you're a female, guys. If you can't cook and you're trying to talk to D-Money, come on, man.
What's your favorite thing to eat, D? Like, I guess your favorite dish, homemade dish.
I mean, I love Jamaican food, so I love Jamaican food. I love Italian food. So those are my two favorites, I think, top of the list.
Some Jamaican beef patties.
I'm not a beef patty guy.
No?
I prefer the chicken patties, yeah. So, all right, just being patient here, guys. Let's let this thing kind of, put in some kind of structure. Possibly try to join the party.
Testing that 50 EMA.
Yeah, you got a lot of room. It looks like there's a lot of room here to the downside, guys, if they really want to kind of give a strong retracement, right? Because you got the EMA on the higher time frame sitting at 600, so maybe another 20 points. So I am watching this to see how this plays out. Keep in mind, the previous 1 hour candle was super bullish, guys. Super bullish. So I am mindful of that, right? But the thought process here on the 1 hour chart, do we need to dig down here and put in some kind of deeper bottom wick? Yeah. Or was this retracement enough, right? We already swiped the previous candle's highs, guys. So that's we've already done that. So, will they push this thing back up now? That's the question. Got 602 sitting there. Five-minute chart had a reaction right off the 14 EMA. This is a new 5-minute candle. Will they push it up or give us the flush McGush here? All right, there's more downside kind of stepping in here, chat. So digging into that previous, like I kind of talked about, you got a lot of room on the 1 hour chart, right? So if they're kind of digging into that previous wick, let's take this box off for now. Take these boxes off.
And I know I was talking with somebody in the chat earlier about the VWAP. If you guys have your VWAPs up, whoever uses that, you can see how it perfectly bounced off that right now. So that's just a perfect example. I know I was talking about that earlier. So right now it's testing that 14 EMA.
Yeah, I mean, can it hold, right? 611, if it loses that, I mean, you're targeting quite a bit of downside. So let's see if it holds that 14 or not. So on your 30-minute chart, you can also see it, chat, right? This would be like, at this point, this would be the level of support. 30-minute chart, so that would be that level, right? If we really get momentum kind of flushing here to the downside, maybe we dig into that 570 level. Let's find out. Need a candle above. I think we need a candle below the 14 though, right? For that to happen.
Yeah,
we need a candle that closes below the 14. I'm also a trader. I have a YouTube channel. I come every evening on YouTube. In my streaming, we are covering cryptocurrency. I research analyze, so I watch as crude oil. So are you marketing your YouTube channel? Why are you you keep posting the same thing there, Prave? You can't be spamming. Come on, man. Oh, we get somebody all the time that does this. You gone.
I find that funny how people do that.
Yeah, he's like trying to be slick to get eyes on his YouTube channel, guys. Why you coming to somebody else's channel, coming to the BDH channel to try to promote your channel?
Come on,
I mean,
man.
nice try, but you gone. You gotta love it, chat.
It's like going to Publix promoting Walmart.
That's crazy. No shame either. I mean, it's just
Straight,
like
yeah,
I
whole
mean,
paragraph.
He guys, that was a premeditated comment in the chat. He definitely wrote that on his phone and looked at it, had somebody proofread it before he put that in there. So you gotta love it. If you haven't already, guys, do us a solid, hit the like button. Trying to get to 1,000 likes, guys. Took us a while yesterday, so I want to get the party started here early, getting to 1,000 likes. We had 1,000 likes on the 2,000 likes plus on the morning stream, guys. So we need to be, 1,000 likes to get us to 3,000 for the day. So do me a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. We got over 1,400 people rocking out here. We're gonna ramp up here in the next 20 to 30 minutes, getting ready for Power Hour, chat. So
Dun, 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 dun. That bounce of the 14 EMA is interesting.
yeah, pretty. Yeah, you didn't get the follow through, right? So far to the downside, guys, right? You had to push right back up. So 15-minute candle has about 10 minutes, 30 seconds left. We got 280 likes, chat. So do me a solid, hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Pretty drastic push back up here. So is this the commence or the restart, I should say, of the uptrend, chat, right? You had a push, highs put in up here at 655. You had a pullback to the EMAs and a pretty drastic candle closure on the 5-minute chart, right? It's looking like, because you got about 5 seconds left. So that is a decent recovery, I would say, from the bulls.
Wow.
And a push right back down. But do we yoke back up here, guys? I think so, right? Because you got that bottom wick being put in already. And I think you might get some action here. Let's see what happens, right? A lot of times when that wick, you kind of get that quick retracement, guys, a lot of times you'll get a reaction right back up the opposite direction. So let's see how this plays. Kind of trapping some people. Where can it cause the most amount of pain?
$6.19.
So you had a flush here from 640 to 622 and then a push back up. And I think they slowly try to go higher, maybe trapping some people here, chat. Let's see. 15-minute candle. Yeah, I mean, a nice bottom wick here. So I'm going to try it, guys. Don't know if this is going to play or not, but because of that kind of crazy closure or retracement, right? But I'm going to try along. Looking to see if we can get to the top of this box, or at least up here, chat, right? Maybe 655. Can we get up there? Maybe 10, 15 points on a push. There's 5 points. Can we get 10 points? Kind of kick off the afternoon session here to the upside. Kind of keep the party going, right? So having a bit of an issue here. And I think that 665 level could be the ultimate target, guys, but it needs to get going. I don't like the kind of stalling. This thing needs to go. And this is your 15-minute chart, by the way, chat. So you're looking for, I need a bazooka here through these levels. Don't want the stall action. That might not be good. So had a few points, getting a bit of a pullback. 5-minute chart, having a battle here. Need to put the stop, I think, below this candle, right? So because if it gets down here, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I need this thing to kind of take off here, guys, to the upside. Want at least 10 points out of this, chat, right? I mean, I think that's should be doable if the momentum is really there to the upside, but we're gonna find out. All right, there's 10 points, chat. Feel free to take profit as you see fit here. Can we get 15? Pretty close there, right? So pretty close to 15 points. Had a bit of a pullback. We'll take that off for the first trade, guys. So drop a W in the chat. If you took the trade, you got paid. You got to love it. So we'll take that for the first trade for the afternoon, and then we'll see what else we can get here. Make no mistake about it. So that's right. And I think, I mean, it's looking a little stronger now, right? So there's that 648. Bit of a pullback. Liquidity King, you took a L. Congrats to you for fading the money and taking an L. So if you took an L, what did you do? What did you do wrong? Right? Don't just put an L in the chat. Put what you did wrong, because clearly some people in the chat took a W there. So what did you do where it didn't work out? That's the question.
D money. Don't fade the money.
And there's more upside, guys. All right, there is more upside. I think this thing is trying to, pick up steam here. So look out, because you got that 200 EMA up here at 668, could be in play. If you held it, you got even more points here. And we're basing this off of the momentum that kind of stepped into the market here, chat.
Yeah.
Right, on the higher time frame during lunchtime. So this is not a random thing here, right? We're talking. So yeah, see that 666 level got hit. We're basing this off of the 1 hour chart. Previous candle's bottom wick is crazy. The wick before that is crazy. So there's a lot of bulls that are stepping in here, right? So it's hard to want to short when you see the market with those long, crazy wicks on the bottom on the higher time frame. So just looking to kind of join the momentum to the upside here, right? So you had right at 15 points. And if you held that, guys, you got paid more, because make no mistake about it, the high was just put in at 30,665. So
I also like that it tested that 14 EMA.
Yeah.
And then it bounced right back up too. So that was like a nice little confirmation.
That trade saved me, D Money. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to hear that, but I didn't do any work for you. You hit buy or sell. I don't hit buy or sell for you. And there's more upside kind of creeping in, chat. Make no mistake about it. This thing is trying to pop here.
I got a question for you, D.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you feel about entering at EMA? So, like, you see how right now we're at the 200 EMA?
Yeah, I wouldn't be entering there.
Exactly, right? Because those usually are, like, bounce points.
Yeah, you needed to get in earlier. You needed to get in when we were talking about getting long, guys. There's more upside. I think we're headed to this box. 700 level is in jeopardy of getting hit here, chat.
Will this be another box that D-Money hits?
So this level, right? I mean, you have to... You had the classic breakout, retracement, and then continuation up. And you look into the left, you're gonna, looks like 700 could be a level of interest for the bulls.
670, yeah.
What a rocket, yeah. Michelle, D Money, I like watching you. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. Definitely try, guys. So you got your box here mapped out. Don't say we didn't talk about it, chat, right? We know somebody in the chat's going to say they took a loss or something or whatever. Like, who knows? But this is the level that we're discussing, right? The 700 level, and that's because the last time we were here on the higher time frame, we had obviously some issues. So will we get up there? That's the question. We're going to find out. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. We out here trying to make a little money. So we got 333 likes. So we got some work to do there, guys. We got over 1,600 people tuned in. We're going to ramp up here, getting ready for Power Hour. Make no mistake about it. So we'll get ready and drop a poll here. I saw somebody requesting the poll be dropped in the chat because I guess they want to know what the chat's thinking in regards to Power Hour. So have no fear. The poll is here.
I do not want to see my name on that poll.
We got you covered. Well, it's not about what you want to see, sir. It's about what's going to be on there. So we know you might not want to see it, but
I'm letting you guys know in advance. Whatever, if my name's on there, I don't approve whatever's on there.
So let's see. Yeah, it's not about you approving or disapproving.
Oh God, I hear some typing. Javi getting the rookie treatment at the BDH? Yeah, bro. Apparently. Luckily, I haven't been locked in the bathroom yet, though. Did Javi buy lunch? No, I did not. Shout out to PW. PW bought lunch. Javi Jackson and the moonwalk? Ah, you're not ready for that, bro. You're not ready for the moonwalk. Come on, man. This thing is
all right,
pumping.
so let's see what we got here. All right, we got the poll rolling here, guys. Let's see. We got 3 options here. So never fear. We got you covered with 3 options, guys. Make no mistake about it. So you got the 3 options in the chat here. So Power Hour pumpers or dumpers, pump or dump, or option number 3, Javi ate Captain Crunch for lunch. That is right. So we want to know what you guys think. Looks like 55% of the chat feel like he ate some Captain Crunch here for lunch. So he is yeah, it's kind of strange, guys. He was requesting that for lunch, and
so
we did not have that here. So
such a lie.
You know, it's kind of crazy how that works, but the guy's already requesting specific meals and, you know, et cetera here. So very interesting, chat, to say the least.
That is such a lie.
So far, 36% of the chat feels like we're going to pump here. You got 9% dump. Obviously, you're kind of leaning towards Javier for his Captain Crunch. I think if the momentum continues, I will be shocked if we don't get up to this 700 level. That's just the next logical area, guys, right? Maybe we get a pullback first and then we get some extension higher because, like we kind of talked through, you had a lot of, you know, some kind of price action here, expansion higher, retracement, expansion higher, maybe another retracement, and then a push up. Is Trump speaking? Is he? I don't know. I'm not even trying to be funny, guys. Is he speaking right now? I'm not even trying to be funny. So, I mean, I can find out. You got. So if he's speaking, it wasn't something that's on the original schedule. I see a Treasury Secretary spoke today approximately at 10 o'clock. So. 31,000 incoming very soon. Yeah, I think so. Keep in mind, chat, we do have NFP on Friday, right? And the market, even right now, the bulls are refusing to kind of surrender here. So you had another reaction right off the 200 EMA on a 5-minute chart. And are you going to get some kind of expansion here towards that box? I mean, that's what it's looking like, guys, right? It looks like we are headed up there. Upper to at least 700. That's what it's kind of feeling like on the chart right now. So right now, Apex accounts, guys, 90% off using the code PW. You're able to buy 5 packs now. You can get 5 trailing drawdown accounts for $95, believe it or not. That's cray cray with little Ray Ray using the code PW.
McGregor or Holland for the UFC? We got any UFC fans on here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guy. I'm not, maybe Javier is more into that.
Yeah.
I'm not into, I just never really, I'll watch boxing all day, chat, but UFC, I just never kind of got into it. I know there's a lot of hype, you know, obviously there's a lot of people out there in the chat that watch it, so I just never really got into it. So I have no idea what's going on in the UFC front, so.
You know they're having that event at the White House, though, right?
Yeah,
That's
I know that.
cool.
Yeah, we actually watched some of that on, I don't know if you were watching that stream, but we watched some of that when Trump announced that. He actually had them at the White House.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Somebody said Tapoy in the chat. Funny story, actually. I just, I was eating here in Pura Vida, and he came in. I actually got a chance to meet him. He's a big guy, man. You would think he's short, but he's a pretty big guy for his height.
Having a bit of a hard time here, kind of expanding higher so far. 30,675, chat.
Can we get some continuation to the upside? Let's see. Javier is D-Money 5'4". No, he's not. He's 5'2", guys.
Yeah. Oh, man. He's mistaken me with Denny's height, chat. So he's mistaken me with Denny's height, so you gotta love it.
Getting a little pullback. Let's see.
Look at Denny. Look at Denny. Guys, we know Denny was coming. Finally, somebody speaks the truth about D-Money's height. Look at that. You know he's lying, guys, because he didn't even spell it right? He has Hight. He didn't even spell it. He was trying to tell the lie so fast, guys, that he got it cited, and he didn't even spell it right. So there you go, Denny. Yeah, you got to hit spell check, sir, when you're gonna tell a lie. So he got all fired up, chat. Yeah, I could just picture Diddy like trying to hurry up and punch it in, guys. He did it too quick. Unreal. You gotta love it, guys. This guy Dennis the Menace. Come on, man.
Hey, Denny, you gotta watch yourself out here, man. You don't got a fan around here. D-Money talks about you all the time.
I think we're headed here to 626, guys. Right? You got a pullback here in play. It looks like, if we're going to head higher, it's looking like the market wants to put in some kind of higher low, right? So this is the area, guys, you look at market structure. This is the area that I think you would love to see kind of hold up if you're a bull. But make no mistake about it, that is basically kind of getting us down to 627. So, and that's just simple market structure, right? Push up, retracement, push up, another retracement, maybe a higher low off the 14 or 50 EMA. And then we expand out of this thing back to the upside. So
236.
1 hour candles bullish. 4 hour candles bullish. Daily candle still bearish, but it has a nice bottom wick. So do us a solid, guys. Hit the like button. Trying to get to 1,000 likes here. We're ramping up as promised, guys. We got about 1,800 people plus rocking out here. We're going to ramp up even more as we get closer to that 3 o'clock hour. People want to tune in for power hours, so we know that we're going to get an increase in viewership here coming up shortly. So do me a solid. Hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. We're at 443 likes. Got to get to 1,000. Keep the streak alive. Why not? We had one trade already that played out. It was an actual you had a long trade that played out. If you held it a little bit longer, you probably picked up 20 to 25 points, right? I took it off right at about 15. So we'll see if we can get another setup here. It's only 2:37, so we're just getting the party started.
640.
I don't think we're expanding, buddy. Okay, well, thanks to Frank. If you don't think that, that's fine. You have an option not to take a long if you don't think that it's a long, right? But you're tuned into the show. We're not tuned into you, so clearly, if you gotta love it, guys, right? There's always somebody out there that you know. Chat, maybe he's mistaken. We don't really care. I don't care if we expand or not, to be honest with you, because I know how to hit the short. I know how to go short as well. So like, am I missing something? Like, I don't have to. I'm just talking through what's on the chart, right? So whether long or short, it doesn't matter to me. That's crazy. You gotta love it, guys. We got some experts here in the chat, so. I'm a fan, D Money. I'm rooting for you, pal. Yeah, it's not that, but I'm just saying, like, if you're stating a statement that, you got to understand, I don't really care, right? If we drop or go higher, guys, I know how to go short as well. Make no mistake about it, right? I hope you're as nimble as well, right? We kind of talked about that this morning, guys. People get. I'm not stuck to a bias, guys. I'm not a, when you're a momentum trader, you're not stuck to a bias. And I think that's why some people, they have a hard time kind of accepting that, is that you're not stuck to a bias. Because if Trump comes out right now and the market decides to flush all these lows, well, it might be time to go short.
And I think that also touches up on what we were talking about, D, about the whole, you got to know when to change bias.
You got to know. I mean,
you can't just stick with one thing and it's just, oh, yeah, we're going one way. No, bro, the market goes up and down. It doesn't just go one way.
Yeah.
And you got to know when to make that change. It's crucial.
Chop is my only nemesis. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, Procher, right? Yeah, because if you're, and that makes a lot of sense what you're saying. That chop, yeah, it's the chop. Chat, right? Directional moves, are the easier, in my opinion, trades. Some people love trading chop though, right? Because if chop is basically price being stuck in a range, guys, right? Not really breaking out in either direction. Maybe you get a 30-40 point range, etc., right? So some people love trading that though, because they can map out the level and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to buy at the bottom of the range and sell at the top of the range. I mean, there's different ways to trade, guys. I don't knock any way. Obviously I trade momentum, so obviously maybe I'm biased towards trading momentum, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you can't make money trading in a range. Clearly you can. So the question is, can you kind of determine, I guess, when the market is ranging, when the market is choppy, and you're not looking necessarily like we talked about yesterday, where we had expansion to the upside, guys, but we had a lot of wicks being put in on the way up. So if you didn't enter on wicks, you might have got chopped yesterday. So D, do you trade candle by candle? No. I'm looking right now at market structure, guys. Right? I'm looking at market structure right now. Until this changes, until we basically get back, I think, below 610, we are putting in somewhat of a recovery here, right, on the lower time frame. That's just what it is, guys. Right? For that to be invalid, we need to get back below the bottom of this box. So, are we just retracing here to go higher? But I don't necessarily trade candle to candle, candle by candle. I mean, I'm looking at the overall, I guess, what's going on overall in the market, trying to make a decision based off of that, chat. And like I said, I'm not trying to knock anybody or anything, guys. That's not I'm not that kind of, right? That's not how I run the stream here. So you guys know that if you've been rocking out here. But to each his own, I guess I'll say that. All right, so if the EMAs hold here, guys, longs could be in play you know, maybe you don't feel like the expansion or something's going to happen. Maybe it won't, maybe it will, right? But right now we're kind of holding up the 14 EMA. We're holding at the 14. Will that stay intact? You look at the 15-minute chart. Previous candle was bullish. It was a bullish engulfing candle, chat. So I'm also looking at that, right? Bullish engulfing candle, previous 15-minute chart. Do we get some expansion out of this back towards 670? All right, or do we flush Magush?
Flush Magush.
So we had a bullish engulfing candle. I mean, that's not a bearish setup, guys. That's a bullish setup. And I think we get some kind of pop here, right, to the upside. So we'll find out. You got Warbucks right now, chat. 40% off all equity accounts. WarbucksBTC.com. Use the code PW. You got 40% off. I did the math earlier. That's $27 for a 5K equity account, guys. Took a quick long here. Let's see if we get paid on this long, guys. A few points there. Can we get a little bit more? Right, and that's just based off the previous candle being an engulfing candle, chat, right? I mean, that's just simple trading. Need us to hold, though, so going to give it a few more seconds here. Might take it off. 1 hour candle is pushing. I don't want us back below. Got to shorten this stop loss. Give me 1 second here, chat. So there's 5 points there. Can we get back up here? That's the question, guys. Or are we going to melt, right? So 678 would be like the ultimate kind of like pop here. I don't want us to lose the current candle's low, guys. So I think below 636, I would be out of this trade if it doesn't print, right? So let's see how this plays. Looking for at least 10, 15 points minimum on the trade here. Saw the bullish engulfing candle, 15-minute chart. Took the trade, right?
What would be your stop there, D? Below the 14 EMA?
No, 635. That's what I was saying, right? Yeah, I don't want it to break the candle's low there. I need it to go. Need this thing to take off here, guys.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah. So I need at least 10 points here, guys. Can I get... All right, there's 10 points. Can we get a little bit more here? Pop this high, guys. Want a little bit more, right? But there's 10 points. Take profit if you want to take it off the table there, chat. You had a 10-point winner. I wanted a little bit more here, but I might not get it, so I might scrap it here. Come on. All right, there's 10 again. Can we get a little bit more push? Wanted 15 points minimum here, chat, to the upside here, right? Get the party started, but... All right, we'll take that off. So you had pretty close to 15 points. You had about 12 points. We'll take it, guys. Drop a W in the chat. I think there's more upside to kind of creep in here, but we'll find out. Right, I do like how the 5-minute candle's forming here, chat. So drop the W's in the chat if you took the long, you got paid. I think 668 could be the level that kind of gets hit. That's the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Could be an area of interest for the bulls, right? I think they make an attempt to get up there. Still long? Yeah. I do like like I said, chat, basically you got bullish engulfing previous candle. Now, the only concern with longs is that the previous candle 15-minute chart did not close bullish, guys, right? It was not able to get back above the, to turn green, basically, right? It put in a high above the previous 15-minute candle's high, but it was not able to close green. So that's the only issue there, but we'll see.
Nice.
All right, there's the pop there. like I said, guys, there it is. 668 got hit. 200 EMA, 5-minute chart.
Yep.
Somebody said they got long from 542. Hey, congrats. Yeah, you caught the nice play here. We were at lunch, guys. I was actually eating a sub, Ginger as well, and Javier somehow had some Captain Crunch, guys, with some milk. I don't know where the guy just brought it out. We don't even know how he got it to the restaurant, chat, but he literally had a bowl of cereal and milk and all. So still trying to figure out how he pulled that off, but we're not sure. So we'll try to get to the bottom of that before the end of the week. Make no mistake about it, guys. Oh, man. So there's 30,665. That's right. Skim milk. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was skim or 2%.
I don't know.
We're not sure, but he definitely had it.
I got the milk from Jerome, so we'll see if I come tomorrow. See if I'll still be alive.
Yeah, Lou's added Captain Crunch to the menu. I love it. Oh, man. Is it a safe point to enter now for long? I need to make profit today. Wow, that is very well, Base, why didn't you enter long early? I love how you're putting that like you're like,
dude, I swear, man.
Where were you 20 points ago? Base,
where were you 20 points ago?
Where were you 20 points ago, Base? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being serious, right? Because if you're trying to enter now, the push to the 200 already happened, unfortunately, right?
And what's crazy, I even asked you about that, about how you shouldn't enter at the EMA, and it literally tapped that 200 EMA and just,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So, hey, man.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, guys, but I mean, right? It's all right. You got we'll give you another minute or so for the poll, chat. Right now, you got 49% feel like we're gonna pump, 14% feel like we're gonna dump, and 38%. They're still trying to figure out Javier's Captain Crunch selection for lunch here. So. You got a mixed bag here. We don't know what's going on, but we're just trying to work through it.
Man, when can I make a poll? That's the question.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have. Unfortunately, you don't have access, sir. And it's only going to get better as the week progresses. Make no mistake about it. So,
I'm gonna have to create my own poll in the chat. Oh gosh.
Simply her. I just got here. Who is this man joining D Money? Very handsome. I just wanted to know that. Wow. Well, this is Javier. We'll give him the solo shot for you. So we'll make sure, why not? Simply her. Simply her. This is Javier. He's in a mentorship program this week. Make no mistake about it. He's on day number 3. So we might as well turn this into a trading / mentorship / love connection here. Why not? So Javier likes long walks on the beach. And apparently he loves Captain Crunch, guys, because he had some for lunch today. So simply her. Meet Javier. Javier, meet simply her.
Nice to meet you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope you're on the green right now.
Oh, man.
Hey, at least I don't got dudes hitting on me like you, man.
Yeah. Well, stay long enough, buddy, and I'm sure it's going to happen. So... This hang around long enough, I'm sure it's gonna come up.
Oh gosh, I'm sure it will too. I'm sure it will.
All right, so
look at that pop.
30,661 here, chat. You're right. If you're talking about long entries, yeah, I mean maybe closer to the EMAs, right? 14 EMA, putting your stop below it. If it pops the EMA, you're right. Then you're out of it. If it drops below it, I should say you're out of it. But this is kind of working itself out like we talked through, guys, here, right? So this would be, is this another higher low and we go higher, or are we going to get a sell-off now, right? So you had a low down here that held up. You got another higher low so far that's holding, right? Doesn't mean it has to hold, guys. People get like all fired up when you talk about this stuff, but That's the reality of what we're seeing. So question is, will this hold as a higher low, and then we push up out of this and get back above 681? All right, we're going to finalize the poll here, chat. You're going to see it coming across.
37%, not bad.
So 48% feeling like we're going to pump going into power hour, coming up here in less than 8 minutes now. 15% feeling like we're going to dump and sell back to the downside, and you got 37% in regards to Javier's Captain Crunch. So D, always great watching, learning, and listening. Taking notes to one day be as great as y'all. Oh man, I appreciate the kind words. I still got to work on things myself. I'm not perfect as well, guys. I'm not a perfect trader. I say that all the time. I still blow accounts. I still lose trades. I still get stopped out. I still get frustrated. But you know, the reality is that if you kind of listen to the commentary, you know, you could be getting paid. I'm just saying. So Warbucks right now, guys, you got a flash sale going on, 40% off all equity accounts. Make no mistake about it, chat. So when we're talking about Warbucks, and when you hear us talking about it, chat, we're basically telling you that right now with the flash sale, you're able to get started for as cheap as $27, guys, on an equity account, 5K account, right? So it's literally reflected here. D-Money's pretty good at math, guys. That is $27 to get you rolling on a 5K equity account. And now, profit split initially is 80-20. Make no mistake about it. You got some add-on options down here, right? So you're able to add on and bump that up to a 90% profit split. You can get it up to 50% consistency rule if you want, because initially it's 25%, right? So you can get it to 50% consistency rule, right? For 35% add on there, so increase. So you got room there, guys. Trading the top stocks, obviously Amazon, Nvidia, Apple, you name it, the top stocks are there, right? So you can get rolling for as cheap as $27 right now using the code PW with the flash sale. So also you also have the crypto option. Make no mistake about it. So when the futures markets close, example would be obviously on a Saturday. Make no mistake about it, you could trade crypto as well. So warbucksbtc.com, we got you covered.
D, so Albert is asking, D, what is the biggest mistake you need to work on? And that's actually a question that I'm intrigued about. So what is the biggest mistake you need to work on? What would you say?
Well, I mean, probably cutting trades early if the market is kind of giving you directional bias and it looks good on a higher time frame, right? Still scrapping some of those trades early, but you know, sometimes you take it off because you're like content, right? Because maybe the market's been choppy, etc. Trading the sessions that I don't typically trade would be another thing, right? I don't typically trade. That's a good one, yeah, like I typically don't trade at the night session, chat. That's typically not the session that I trade. But I'm not gonna lie, I've said that on stream multiple times. There's times where, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna, I don't have my daughter tonight, and it's 7 o'clock, right? I gotta trade something. I'm trading something.
Yep.
And guess what? Yep. End up getting chopped or something, and as a momentum trader, guys, the mistake that you can make as a momentum trader is trying to force the momentum to be there when it isn't, right? And sometimes those afternoon or night sessions, the momentum is just kind of, after that, maybe Globex Open had a big move and you're looking at it. Because I fell victim to that, chat, where I see Globex Open at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm like, man, that was a crazy move. It's going to keep going, and it doesn't, chat. Right? Stalls out, gets choppy. I end up getting chopped up. You're frustrated. You're trying to make the money back, and then all of a sudden you've lost an account or you're down, right? Because of that. So that's definitely a couple things I need to work on, chat. What about you, man?
Man, to me, psychology and emotional side. That is the biggest thing I need to work on, man. Because it's like we were talking about yesterday. There's a lot of the times where like you try to look for setups that are not there just because you're in a bad mental state. Yeah. And then sometimes all you have to do is just wait a day, and then tomorrow the setups are there. But just because, you know, that day that you're on, you're already feeling like this and you're trying to, I don't know, force trades.
Yeah.
You end up blowing accounts.
Yeah.
When you could have literally just, all right, you know, I'm not seeing the market today. Let me step away. Tomorrow will be another day.
Easier said than done, man.
100%, yeah.
Right? Because mentally, chat, I think we're all like, right, if you worked a conventional job, you're used to like putting in time and putting in the effort and you get paid for doing the job, right? That's reality. So I remember like going to the screens, to the charts, guys. I'm like, oh, I got to get paid today, right? I've been in front of the charts for X amount of time, and it doesn't matter if the market's not printing your setup. You're like, I got to get paid, right, for my time. And we all know how that works, right? You're basically telling the market that you got to get paid, and you're taking whatever, you know, any kind of setup, not following your rules, and then you end up getting chopped. So it's easy to look back on a day like today. If you just gotten short at the blow of top, you've been good all day. Oh yeah, it's always easy in hindsight, right? So always easy in hindsight. Sin Trade, why are you here? Sin Trade, why are you here? So let's check your activity before we ban you out of here.
These two are, well.
Yeah, so
this guy's a millionaire, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, oh yeah. So
this guy's
yeah, it looks like you've been tuning into the show, so you're trying to evidently learn how to trade. So you can go to another stream and lose some money and come back under another user ID. You gone. You gotta love it. He gone. Oh man.
He gone.
You gotta love it, chat. All right, so what do we got here? Just kind of hanging out at the 14 EMA.
Consolidation.
Banished from the corn dog kingdom, Teddy. It's always very intriguing to me, chat. Why? And I can see, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I mean, I've been doing this for a little while now here out of the BDH, right? And I can kind of see some of, and obviously we know that PW, PW is not gonna, be as patient with some of this stuff as D-Money. We know that. So the reality is that I can kind of see PW's frustration with after years and years and years of people kind of saying some weird stuff. Definitely gets old after a while. All right, we're officially in power hour here, chat. 3 o'clock. Let's get the party started. Kind of hanging out here, 30,642. Getting a bit of a pullback here. The previous 1 hour candle was bullish, chat. Are we going to dig into this previous 1 hour candle's wick and then expand out of this, right? That's the question that we're kind of, because you got basically no top wick on the current 1 hour candle, guys. It's very small. So do we dig out of this and push up to the upside here, chat? And get back above the 14 at 660 area? So I am watching to kind of see how this plays higher time frame wise. And I think we need to, let me measure that out, right? Let's measure out that wick. So yeah, you got all the way down to 609. So there's still room, guys. A lot of times price will dig into that previous candle's wick, higher time frame before expansion if they're going to push it up. So need to be aware of that. Let me go here, 1 hour charts. All right, so this is that bottom wick. Just map it out so we know where that bottom wick is, guys. Don't have to flip back and forth, right?
Can we create that wick?
That's 612. Yeah, so definitely getting some bearish kind of momentum stepping in here. There's the top again of 622. That previous candle's wick You got no top wick, guys, on the 1 hour chart. So that's very interesting here, right? No top wick. And a lot of times you do get some kind of reaction back up with no top wick here. So that is very, I think, something to take note of here. $30,626 kind of holding up.
Testing that low of the ORB.
Yeah, so
ORB
right at the ORB.
Right now, yeah.
Yep, right at the ORB low. Do they flush it here? Get down here to the box.
Wow.
610, which would be the 1 hour candles low. I think we haven't had a lot of kind of, got to be honest here, guys, right? That 3 o'clock open right now was probably the best one that we've had in a while with volatility right at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Usually it's at 4 o'clock. Let's see that. Will we break 608?
Yeah, I think we have dug into that previous 1 hour candle here, guys. Bottom wick. We don't have a top wick at all. So will we get some kind of retracement back up here? I think high probability chance we get some kind of retracement here, chat, to the upside. For longs, chat. There it is. There's the pop. So we got down to 30,618, right? 618, 612. Let me just double check that, right? That bottom wick was 6. Okay. The low of the previous candle was 608, guys. So we got pretty close, right? We got down so far to 618. 10 points. And was that a wick retracement? Kind of like opening up here to go higher, guys? Yeah, I mean, it looks like they are trying to push here to the upside, chat, trying to get back above 654.
Oh, wow, look at that push.
Yeah. I think that's almost, I'm going to try a quick long, guys.
Yeah.
See if I can get a push here up to like 654 area or higher, right? At least 10 points. If it flushes, that's fine. Basically, kind of trying to play this as that was the 1 hour retrace, guys, and we're going to push up, right? That's the thought process here for at least 10, 15 points. All right, there's 10 points, guys. There it is. You got to love it. Feel free to take profit here, chat. Maybe 15, right? But I was right at 10 points there. We'll take another winner there. Why not? We'll take the 10-point winner. You got to love it. Drop a W in the chat if you took the long, you got paid. Why not? We're just kind of stacking up the winners here.
Winner, winner.
Oh, man.
Chicken dinner.
Basically saw the 1 hour chart, guys. Saw the 1 hour chart, previous candle. You know, you had a nice, and look at the current. Man, I'm thinking there's more upside here, guys. I'm not gonna being honest here. I think could be more upside here. I think we could get back above 660 area. This is looking very promising for more continuation up here, chat. Towards that 14 EMA, 663 to 665, guys. Look out. You see that bottom wick that has formed now, guys. Like we talked through, right? Was this a retracement on the higher time frame, 1 hour chart to go higher, right? And that's currently playing out. So I think we tap here 662, right? Do they tap 662 and then continue?
That's kind of what we were talking about yesterday too with the wick entry.
Yeah.
While I was creating that wick.
Yep.
That's a perfect example of it.
I missed a long, had to go get some Captain Crunch. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, if you were getting Captain Crunch, unfortunately, you might have missed it, but to the rest of the people, even if you held it, you got paid. You got to love it. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the buys. We're rocking out here. We got Javier in the building. Day number 3 of the mentorship.
Let's go.
Just talking through some setups, talking about life and trading, chat. Just trying to make a little money.
And Captain Crunch, baby. Captain Crunch. Come on, man.
We got a come on, man, from Javier. So apparently he's in a trade here.
No.
Well,
I just thought about the whole Captain Crunch scenario.
Oh, okay. So all right, we got an interesting question here. So somebody says, does anybody scoop the Captain Crunch out of the bowl with their hands or just me?
Wow.
Teddy Graham 4744. We're gonna give you a timeout because you are contaminating the Captain Crunch at your house. So for other people. So we're gonna give you a 10-second timeout there for violating. Everybody that's trying to eat the Captain Crunch and you're sticking your hand in there and whatnot. We can't have that around here. So
that's nasty.
Unreal. could be worse. Could be Fruit Loops. Yeah, I'm not a Fruit Loops guy anymore, chat. I will say though that the Fruit Loops, if I got to get Fruit Loops, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think the ones with the marshmallows actually are a little better, right, than the regular Fruit Loops. Just kind of putting you guys up on game if you're not aware of the cereal kind of choices you got there. Paul, I put my corn dog in it. Yeah, we're going to give you a timeout as well for violating here. So there you go. You got yourself a 1-minute timeout for the violation.
Corn dogs, huh? People love corn dogs in this chat.
Unreal. Oh, man. D, what do you think about the nasty things Diddy did to the 50 Cent's baby mama? Yeah. It's guys, that is something D Money would not be discussing here. It's like a crazy situation, guys. Like obviously the guy's locked up, so click the like button. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, where are we at, chat? Where are we sitting with likes now?
We got 630. Come on, guys.
630 likes, chat. We got 2,000 plus people tuned into the show this afternoon. So do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button if you're not subscribed.
Hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes. 1,000 likes. D Money's moonwalking. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's not happening. So, but nice try there. Hey, D, can you check the 30-minute chart? It looks bearish to me. The previous candle closed bearish and swept the high of the previous candle. Yeah. So 30-minute chart right now, yeah, it's having a hard time, right? It is having a hard time here, chat. You had the previous 30-minute candle. You are correct. We swiped the previous candle's high, right? And you got a rejection back below the 14. So this is not great news for the bulls. And I mean, you can see it on the 5-minute chart right now as well. I mean, we're starting to turn back over, guys, to the downside, right? I mean, that's clear. So yeah, longs are no longer in play at the moment. So now, yeah, I mean the momentum has kind of shifted here. Look at the 15-minute candle that's kind of closing out, and this is where I think people get confused, guys, because you know we had some longs setting up there, right? And obviously the longs, it looks like at the moment that was just simply a retracement to the EMAs to go lower, right? But you got to be able to read that, and then now you're trying to pivot to wherever the momentum is for another setup. So And I think that's why some people get confused, guys, because they can't understand that, right? Because if you're like, oh, well, you just took a long. Yeah, I took a long, but like if the market now is rejecting and the 15-minute candle is super bearish and we were unable to take out the previous 15-minute candle's high, that is not bullish, guys, right? That's not bullish market structure, right? We weren't able to take out the previous candle's high. And we're dropping now to the downside. So you might have to pivot, right? We're back towards the current 1 hour candles, the previous 1 hour candles low, right? So will this thing hold up? You got a lot of time left in the current 1 hour candle, chat. So we got to be honest about that. There's 47 minutes left in the current 1 hour candle. So is that enough to pop us higher? That's the question. Meaning that we come down, do a retracement again, and then we push right back up. Where's the P&L? Yeah, this account is up over $1,000 here, guys. This is the account I'm trading this afternoon. So I saw somebody had a question on that. So this account is actually up here $1,285, guys. I got a couple other accounts up $1,600 each, and another account up right at $1,000. So you gotta love it. Where are you at? Javier?
Currently sitting at 1740.
You're up 17 on
Yes.
one account or
Yeah.
multiple accounts? Or
1740 on one account.
what? Gotcha. Yeah, so these other accounts, we talked through this morning, guys, right? So this was the other, got a few accounts here that we traded this morning. Right? 1285 accounts, traded that this afternoon. And then I got another account, I'm up about $1,000.
Javi, how many
but you see, sorry to cut you off real quick, guys. You see the reaction here off of, see how we're kind of bouncing from here, guys? We're not exactly kind of falling, we're bouncing. If you look at the current 1 hour candle, see that bottom wick that's being put in? Kind of retested the other candles, previous candles wick down here, 600 level, and then push right back up. So will we get follow through, chat? That's the question, right? Will we get followed through to the downside? Go ahead, Javier.
So I've seen a couple questions about the contract sizing. If I trade micros or minis, I do minis. I've never traded micros. And like I said earlier in the morning session, it's usually 1 to 2 contracts, and that's it. I used to trade 3-4 contracts, but it was blowing accounts. Wasn't really a smart thing to do. So I just usually do just one, rarely 2, very rarely. Just because it doesn't give you a good stop loss. It's, especially with the NQ movement. So yeah, 1 or 2 contracts, but mainly 1.
All right, NQ here, having a hard time, chat. Holding on to the 14 MA for dear life, right? Like it's like got a rejection here. So 5-minute chart right now, you got a high up here, you got a lower high, another lower high. Who's gonna win this battle? Long wick on the previous 15-minute candle. If you're trying to pass a 50K account, would you still use minis? That is subjective and totally up to you. You got to decide your risk management, guys, right? So NQ trying to show some life here for the bulls. Will it continue and they push this thing higher, guys? Or are they going to get more downside stepping in, right? So
So somebody said new here. What level is the red line EMA? I believe that's your 14, right?
Yeah, that's the 14.
Yeah.
So I got 3 EMAs, chat. 1450, 200 EMA. Like the pop here. I like the pop here, chat. On the 5-minute chart. So I'm listening to the question, but you're looking for a pop here, kind of right back. There it is.
Let's go.
Guys, there's about a 20-point pop on NQ. You gotta love it. If you got long, you got paid, right? So I was listening to the question, guys, but I was looking for the pop out of that zone, and you got it really quick. Couldn't even switch over. Drop a W in the chat if you took the long, you got paid there. You gotta love it. About 20 points on a pop. Why not? We're rocking and rolling here. It's power hour. We're inside of it. Make no mistake about it. It's hump day. And we're rolling. Why not? All right, so how did anybody get time to enter that trade? Yeah, sometimes you have to be able to. Sometimes you got to be a gunslinger, guys. That's just what it is, right? But when you see price pushing down with a bottom wick and then pushing right back up inside of the range, typically you're going to get an attempt to go higher. We could be in for some kind of surprise here on the 1-hour chart, right? With that bottom wick. That bottom wick, guys, that is right. The previous low has not gotten taken on the previous 1-hour chart, so could be kind of getting into a battle here between the bulls and the bears, kind of getting ready for this thing to set up here, going into MOC. Make no mistake about it. So you got Apex right now, 90% off using the code PW, guys. You're able to buy a 5-pack of accounts at a time, $95 for 5 trailing drawdown accounts. You got options there. All right. Is it just me or price action is difficult today? Well, I mean, we've had a lot of opportunities, guys. I think I've called out. I mean, I'm just being honest.
How many boxes have you hit today, D?
I don't, chat. You know, it's always and I get it, right? Maybe you're. You know, with trading, chat, you can get stuck in your own head, right? Meaning that regardless of what's going on the chart, you're kind of stuck in your own thing, right? Yeah. Where you're like, oh, you know, I just got burned. I took a long and I had a candle that took me out of it. I don't want to get long anymore, as an example, right? Even if price is clearly moving to the upside. So even now, like right now, guys, that is, you might get a chance here for another pop. Because when you get candles with long wicks on the 5-minute chart, top and bottom, a lot of times price will push down, forming that bottom wick, and then it will expand higher to try to dig into that previous candle's wick up here, sitting at like 660, right? And that could be hard for some people because they're like, well, you know, we're consolidating. Yeah, we're consolidating, clearly, right? Because the last few candles have all closed in the same area. So you can kind of map this out. There's 2 ways to do this. You can map this out and put a range here and wait for a break of the range and try to join the momentum in that direction. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But that's clearly the levels that we're kind of stuck in right now. So we know that the previous 1-hour candle's low is 608, guys. So 608 is the previous previous 1-hour candle's low. So if that low gets taken, we could be in for more downside towards this box down here, right? Because that's a higher time frame level. So there's nothing wrong with being patient here, chat, right? And waiting for a break, and then you're trying to picture the continuation to happen, because the price action to the left, we had high put in, retracement, high put in, retracement, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? So now we're just kind of hanging out inside of the box. Nothing wrong with being patient and waiting, chat. If you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. We need to get to 1,000 likes here. That'll put us at 3,000 likes plus for the day. And right now, we are currently sitting at 762 likes with 2,037 people tuned in to the show.
Hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes.
So I've dropped a lot of sauce here. Literally had to change my clothes here. I had to change my shoes and my socks here because we had so much sauce. I was tripping. And from the earlier show, kind of bleeding into this afternoon. So I know for a fact that there's been a lot of sauce dropped here. So do your boy a solid if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you're not subscribed. You know the vibes. We're retesting the bottom of this box again. 30,615 chat. Will we lose it or push back to the upside, right? The last time we were down here, we had a yoke from 615 back up to 660 area. So you need a solid candle closure, in my opinion, below this level. Funja on 406. D Money is not saucing all over himself, but we're gonna give you a timeout for trying to be super descriptive to D Money. So you got yourself a 1 minute timeout for being a little super descriptive there, sir. D Money is not saucing over himself. Make no mistake about it. Unreal, guys. You gotta love it. There's always somebody. You get some trades going here, and people start to, they wanna feel free around here, but the Mr. Dunk, I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm not good with it though. So you may be good with it, Mr. Dunk, but B Money is not good with it. So we're gonna give you a timeout as well. You got a 10-second timeout. I'm glad that you're good with it, but I am not. So I'm glad that you want me to be good with it because you're good with it. Unreal, chat, right? They want you to be unreal. What is going on here? So all right, push right back up. This is what I was concerned about, guys, right? We've had a reaction here a couple times right back up from the bottom of the box. So just embrace and enjoy the pleasure. Robert, wow. 195. There is no pleasure going on around here because these are all guys, sir. So why are you supporting this? So you got a timeout as well. I mean, we cannot deal with this today, guys. This is unreal. You got a 1 minute timeout there, sir. Oh man. D Money, the likes go up when you put them in timeout. Yeah, people I don't know what it is, chat. All right, so you're getting a rejection here off of 30,622. You had barely a close below that ORB low, guys. So the ORB level, right? So that's the ORB low, 30,622. So what's going to happen here, we're going to find out. Right? We need something a little bit more solid. If you haven't heard the news, guys, we got big news. Warbucks accounts right now, equity accounts, 40% off. Equity accounts, $27 get you rolling for a 5K equity account, guys. warbucksbtc.com. We got you covered. You're able to trade stocks and equities, all the top stocks: Nvidia, Apple, Google, Facebook, etc. You know the vibes. We got you covered. So think you need to be smart, need to be patient here. Can we, this is a reactionary level, guys. So when you hear me say reactionary level, I'm literally waiting for a reaction, right? That's why I call it a reactionary level, chat, because I need to know who's in charge here, right? Because as a momentum trader, you need to know. So are the bulls in charge, meaning that we're going to push back out of this thing back to the upside to the top of the range, 660 plus, or are the bears in charge and we lose this box and we get more continuation to the downside? So I need more information to kind of frame a setup here. So while we wait, we will drop the poll for MOC here, guys, because it's 326. So Right now, getting more selling pressure, stepping into the market here, chat. I would love a 5-minute candle to kind of close below, right? The box. D-Money got more boxes than you all. Oh, man. That's right. If you need to move, hit me up. Might have you covered. Not helping you move, though, guys. Don't you hate moving, chat? There's always somebody that needs help moving, and then they're like, you know, oh, I get you a slice of pizza. It's like, well, you would have paid the mover. You would have paid the mover $2,000 to move all this furniture. I can't feel my back. My back is dumb, and you're giving me a slice of pizza here. So you got to love it, chat. Right? You got to love it. That's how it works when you got friends that got to move, right? It's like nobody wants to help them move. And then you kind of figure out why, because they're offering you a cold slice of pizza.
Cold slice of pizza.
And, you know, you did all the manual labor.
It's so funny, bro.
And all of a sudden, you got a cold slice of pizza. There's no microwave. And you're like, what is going on around here? So get your votes in, guys. We got the poll rolling here. Make no mistake about it. You got less than 12 minutes. You got less than 22 minutes now for MOC to kind of play out. So get your votes in here, guys. Gave you some time to get the poll rolling. Looks like we got a decent sample size, but we need more votes, right? We need to kind of see how this thing, how you guys are thinking it's going to play out going into MOC. So right now, 31% feel like we're going up. You got a down kind of forecast projection, 50%, 18% chop here. So grinding downward. Yeah, that's what it looks like, right? You know, we stopped putting in higher highs, but we're at a pivotal level that I think we need to be cautious of. So we'll see. Right back up, chat. Kind of like this is like a big old range, guys. You might as well map it out because I can see it, right? So I need this level though. Hold on 1 second here, chat. I need this arrow. All right, so you got something going on here, guys, that we got to point out. Double bottom, basically out the bottom of the range here. Right? It's like kind of like a bottom, another bottoming out. So do we kind of pop these highs back towards 681? This is that overall range, right? Just mapped it out. So let's see how this kind of plays out here. Last time we were here, we had a pop up. So I think it could be trying to make an attempt, right? Push this thing higher, chat. Possibly towards the top of the box. After that kind of bottoming out.
654.
Yeah, but we'll see, right? We'll see how this plays. Indecision candle, previous candle, higher time frame. So you need to be cautious of that. We've dug a little bit into that bottom wick, but not much. Only about 7 or 8 points on that bottom wick. So something's kind of building up here to come, chat, right? Something's coming. Overall total range looks like about 75 points or so. So So 30,643, not necessarily breaking down as of yet. So could be coming though. $30-minute chart, having a bit of a hard time.
Very wickety-wick. Yeah, man.
Yeah, a lot of wiki-wick action here, guys. But, I mean, you're starting to get a reaction off of, I mean, it's 30-minute chart. That 14 EMA is getting rejected. But we are clearly range-bound right now in this market, right? We're range-bound, guys.
Yeah.
So you need to... be a little patient. Getting kind of like some conflicting price action because the 30-minute chart doesn't look great at all right now. It's looking like they want to retrace down here towards 612. Because you see that bottom wick, guys? Or sorry, that top wick and then a rejection. But you're just kind of ranging on the 5-minute chart, etc. So obviously the higher time frame is going to win. The 1-hour chart got a nice bottom wick and a small top wick. So, you know, this is not great price action right now. You can go either way, to be honest.
Yeah, doji in the 4-hour. I wouldn't be trading right now. You're in the middle of a range too.
And there's a deep push right back up. Maybe we'll get a breakout here, kind of going into the MOC, right? But six 680 was a previous, kind of like the level that was putting up here. Is that a high or low? Talked about this morning, right? Lower high, or you got a high, lower high, lower high. This would be, is this considered another lower high, right? That's the question.
All right, making an attempt
but
to push.
It is pushing.
To push over that resistance. Hopefully we can get through that.
All right, there's a push. Very strong reaction here. It is not breaking down. 1-hour chart looks bullish, guys, right? 1-hour chart is bullish. 30-minute candle was bearish, and now it has turned bullish, chat. It has turned bullish, right? That candle was looking weak, and they pushed it right back up. So I think I could be getting an honest attempt here towards possibly 680.
Yeah. I think this could be like one of those levels that you say, D, like make or break.
Yeah.
You know, we've tapped this area so many times. Let's see if we could actually get some continuation to the upside.
Yeah, I mean, the 1 hour looks extremely strong, chat, right? Look at the 1 hour candle. I mean, this looks extremely strong. It's hard to want to short this when that 1 hour candle has that crazy bottom wick. So, and like we said, right, you had some kind of double bottom down here that played out, guys, right? Some kind of structure looking like they're going to make an attempt to get up here to 680. About another 10 points from here, guys.
Dang, bro.
that would be like the top of the box, right? I think that level gets attacked here, chat, to the upside. Make no mistake about it. So looking very positive here for push to 680. There's 675, 676, yeah. They're pushing this thing up here. They want, looks like they want 680, chat.
Yep, 680.
So complete reversal here. You had bearish momentum kind of stepping in, and that got wiped out. The 1 hour candle super strong. And I think they're going to make an attempt to hit the top of the box, top of the range. And if we're able to break out of that level, then we could be headed up here towards upper 700s, right? Or 30,718 up towards 740. So this would be like the next kind of like level that might get tagged. Kind of going to the MOC. So that double bottom, like kind of setup here, definitely played out.
Double
3 minutes,
bottom.
14 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. There's 678. Yeah, so I mean, we had all this nasty price action down here, chat, right? Back and forth wick action, and then all of a sudden you get the recovery.
Yeah.
Back towards the top of this range.
That's something that I've also worked on, D, is just being patient, looking for a good setup instead of wasting energy and mental capital on dumb setups. You know what I mean? Like this looks like you could possibly make a good setup out of it instead of maybe trying to, you know, trade that range where it just wicks, and it could be improbable.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you know, the question is, you know, can you, and there it is, guys, right? There's the top of the box, top of the range got hit. So definitely a strong reversal, strong reaction from the bulls. I think, yeah, I mean, you got to be able to kind of separate, you know, be able to determine what's a high quality setup and what's a low quality setup.
Exactly.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
doesn't mean you're going to be right on a high quality setup, guys. You'll still take losses. Maybe you get stopped out. Maybe your entry was too early, etc. But there's a pop there, chat. I think if we lose that box, we're headed up towards, like I said, above 700. I mean, that's just what it is. So price action wise. So what a crazy kind of move, right? Now you got 4 minutes left on the current 5-minute candle. Do we get some kind of retracement and continuation up? Or do they just kind of bazooka this thing out of here, guys? Because we're at the top of the range. Right? Top of the box. Got hit. Maybe they want to build now some kind of like higher low to maybe push higher. Who knows? We'll find out here. You got less than 9 minutes for that 350 time. Bulls are trying to step back in here, it looks like. Do they got enough momentum to push us through these highs, guys, up towards 700? 15-minute chart looks bullish. You got 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. Still got some time on the candle. Getting a bit of a pullback. $30-minute candle, 17 minutes left. Stuck right at the top of the range at the moment. So this is either going to have a drastic pullback, guys, or we're going to get a bazooka to kind of push to that 700 level, in my opinion, chat.
And there it is, pushing up.
Yeah, there it is, 688. You just kind of feel it building here, guys, like they're trying to bazooka this thing up towards 700 here, right? 30,700, and then maybe this top box 720 area. All right, you got about a minute. We'll finalize the poll. We'll get the party started here, going into MOC. If you haven't already, guys, do us a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes. So let's see where we're at, sitting with likes here. We got, right now, 878 likes. We're almost there, chat. So do us a solid, hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday, and no later than 9 a.m. trying to make a little money. So we'll be back tomorrow, guys. Obviously, you got day 4 of the mentorship. That's right. I can't believe it's already day 4, but it is going to be here and upon us. So as always, we got some agenda topics we're going to cover, chat. So day 4, talking about FOMO, chat, right? FOMO, greed, fear, journaling, to journal or not to journal, right? So I know a lot of people out there, they always have that question, guys, like, do you journal your trades? Emotional discipline, chat, right? We'll talk a little bit deeper in detail about that. Maybe position sizing as well, weekly risk limits, etc., guys. So we got you covered for day 4. Don't you worry. We got some topics on the agenda. So we will be definitely diving into those tomorrow. Make no mistake about it.
Never fear, Javier is here.
All right, so we're going to finalize this poll here for MOC, chat. Right now, 46% feel like we're going to go up. 36% feel like we're going to go down. 18% feel like we're going to dump. We got a decent sample size for the afternoon, about 400, almost 500 votes there. So we went ahead and finalize that. So the problem is I never review the journal. Poacher, yeah, you're right, man. Right? I mean, you could have it.
Yeah.
You could have it, chat, but do you look at it? I mean, that's the question. So you are correct, Namundo. If you were truly greedy, you wouldn't trade. Losing money isn't fun for a greedy person. Yeah, but what it is, guys, is that it's not in that sense. It's basically in a sense of you got profit on the table and you want more and more and more, right? It's never enough. And then all of a sudden your profit turns to, you know, you got a good green day flowing, chat, and then all of a sudden you're negative, right? So because you got too greedy and you gave back a lot of your profits, right? Instead of just, you know, walking away, as an example.
Easier said than done, too.
Yeah, which is easier said than done.
Yeah.
Moving the target up gets you sometimes. Oh, absolutely, 100%. Why do you tend to trade a PA account more disciplined than an eval account? Yeah, that's a good point, Eric, right? Because the thing is, we talked about that as well. Somebody brought it up yesterday, chat, right? Somebody was like, oh, I can pass evals all day long, but when it comes to the evaluation, or I can pass evals all day long, but when it comes to the funded account, I'll blow them like right away, right? And like I was talking through, I think a lot of times that's mental, guys. Like you're putting too much weight on the funded account, obviously, because I mean, you got to be realistic, chat. It's a battle, right? Sometimes you're trying to get to payout, and you know, you're kind of, that's what you're thinking about, right? You're thinking about the payout. Like, oh, if I could just do this, I just need 5 days, right? I just need 5 days. And, you know, and then all of a sudden you have a rough stretch and then there's no, you know, you lost the account, no payout. So price trying to push again here. Like I said, Chad, I think this level up here could be in play towards up 600s or higher. Too. Bottom wick was put in So is that enough? Right, you got less than 3 minutes for MOC, guys, so get ready for that. We got MOC coming up here. Will that be a continuation move or a complete reversal to the downside? So got to be aware that MOC is coming up here in about 2 minutes and 8 seconds, chat. Sitting at 30,690 at the moment. 917 likes. Come on, man. We got 2,000 people rocking out here, guys. I know there has to be. Make no mistake about it, guys. There's 83 people out there that have not hit the like button. So do me a solid, hit the like button if you're not subscribed. You know the vibes.
685.
Yeah, I think all right, we're getting close to that 700 level. Do you think the wise to trade 1 to 2 micros with a 50K or a 25K account? Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. If you have a micro account or a 25K account, you might be better off trading 1 or 2 micros, right, and playing that safe because you're not gonna have a ton of drawdown. You probably got 1,500, right? That's typically like the drawdown you get for the 25K account. You got to give yourself enough room to be wrong, guys, right? Because you know you're not going to get every trade right. That's just trading in general. So the reality is, you know, are you giving yourself enough breathing room if you're wrong to be able to kind of bounce back from that? All right, 40 seconds left here, guys. MOC is upon us. Make no mistake about it. We're getting ready here. So 33 seconds left. See if we get some kind of volatility kind of popping in here to the market. 15 seconds left. Will they take us up here to the box, guys, right? 730 or higher. That's the question, right? Or are they going to give us a reversal now? We're going to find out. All right, 1 second left here. Got the reversal down, guys. I feel like that happens a lot with MOC, right? If you get a directional move in one direction, a lot of times they reverse that thing right back down. So rejection to 665.
Dun, 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 dun.
Not great for the Bulls.
Oh, man.
And then after they bazooka it right back up. Yep. Yeah, I've been noticing that, chat, that a lot of times you get the kind of like a reversal, kind of stops some people out, then they take off back to opposite direction. So to be curious to see if that's the play here, right? 15-minute chart right now. Higher high was put in, then you got the reversal candle. Not looking great, like I said, for the Bulls at the moment, right? So you got some time left, though, here, obviously. Bulls want us obviously back above these highs, guys, right? Back above like 690. If you can't do that, then no moss.
We are 5 likes away from 1,000, guys. Come on. 1,000 D Money's moonwalking. So come on. Three likes. Come on.
All right, so 30,667 here. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the current 5-minute candle. Got right back inside of that consolidation range. Starting to kind of push up a little bit. Yeah, looking a little heavy here, guys. It's looking heavy here to the downside, right? To be honest. I mean, you got to be smart here if you made money, chat, right? I mean, you're just kind of like, okay, well, we had a breakout of the consolidation range. MOCs looking like possibly a reversal, some kind of retracement. To the downside, right? So
I just got yoked.
you had a long on?
Yeah.
Oh man, don't tell me that, man. Somebody said, D, let's go long at 565. Yeah, I mean, I think you're smart. If you're smart, chat, you kind of play this like, do we get back down here to maybe 620 and then we get more continuation, or do we put in a higher low here and start breaking out of this level, right? Back up to try to get long. Because right now, you know, the previous 15-minute candle was bullish. That's a fact. But how deep is this retracement going to be, right? I mean, you can get all the way down to 627. But I need 300 more. Yeah. It's always, you need a little more.
So you said, D, usually that 350 candle gives you that whip back like that?
Well, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen, right? I mean, the reality is, though, a lot of times when you get an uptrend kind of break to the upside here, a lot of times MOC will give you a reversal, right? So it goes the opposite direction.
Gotcha.
And that's what happened right now, right? Now, does that hold? Well, I mean, this is a pretty convincing bearish 5-minute candle, chat, right? We still got 5 minutes left, kind of going into that 4 o'clock time. But it is clearly having a heavy retracement here. Back inside of the consolidation box, so. And the 30-minute chart right now looks extremely weak, right? Now it looks weak. You got a long wick at the top. Locked in my profits and watched the market move up 75 points. LOL, yeah, that's how it is.
It's the right thing to do.
D, I feel like you're right, unless when it's crazy momentum and big V shape with the big pumps is usually continues. Besides that, yes. Yeah, both clips. And remember, guys, I don't have any, I haven't done a ton of research on that with MOC. I'm just kind of stating I've noticed that happens a lot, right? So, it's not a strategy, right? It's not like, you know, oh, get short when the market's pumping going into MOC because you're going to get a reversal, right? That's not what I'm stating at all, guys. But I have noticed like that does occur, right? So the question is now, do we pop out of this back to the upside? We had a high retracement. Do we pop now out of this back towards that 700 level? That's the question. But yeah, I don't have enough I guess chart time like kind of back testing it, chat. I'm just stating that I have noticed that a lot of times that does happen, right? But whether or not, you know, statistically, I don't know the statistic on it, right? I would be lying if I told you I did, because I don't. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh, 75% of the time when, you know, the market is bullish and MOC comes, it's going to go the opposite direction, right? That would be a lie, chat. So, but I am going to start kind of keeping an eye out for it, right? To see how it plays out. MOC straight gambling, nothing more, nothing less. However, at the lows, the 2 p.m. usually closes near the lows, yeah. And like I said, chat, you got to be smart here, right? You got the account up $1,245, right? So are you gonna get aggressive here and kind of fight? You want to fight MOC, right, just to be right, or do you are you content with your profit, right? Because quite often, you could be green kind of going into MOC, and then you're at the end of, when you're done trading for the day, you're scratching your head because you're like, well, wait a second, I was green.
I want to be there.
And I had to get, I ended up giving it back. So 2 minutes left here on this 1 hour candle, guys. Got the retracement here. Price could not get back above the top of the range so far. Good lords, I want to be right. Yeah, I mean, we all
want to be right.
We all want to be right, but the question, I'm with you. I am with you.
We all want to be right.
It's why I don't trade power hour, keep my profits. Yeah, DG Trades, you got to know yourself as a trader, chat, right? Listen, we definitely appreciate you guys rocking out here, but if you're green, a lot of times, hey, well, there's nothing wrong with sitting back and enjoying the show, rocking out with us here at the BDH. So we definitely appreciate the support, guys, right? You got to be smart. The name of the game is trying to get the payouts, not giving back money. So I'm not offended at all if you're green and you decided not to trade MOC or power hour. I mean, what was that, Javier?
What's your takeaway on when to know when to walk away? As far as do you think you should have a game plan in the morning and say, okay, hey, I'm going to go for one trade and no matter the outcome, I should walk away? Or, what do you think? Should you have a set of rules starting the day, knowing already, okay, if I take 2 losers, I'm out?
Yeah, I mean, you need to have a set of rules. Make no mistake about it. I don't necessarily know if one trade is enough, guys, if that's enough sample size. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you could have been right directionally and you got chopped, right? Because the market at the point that you were trading was choppy. But, I think you need to, if your account has a daily loss limit and maybe you're like, hey, you know what? I'm only going to risk $300 per trade or something, right? Or $400 per trade. And if you hit that, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to take another setup because I feel comfortable with the price action, and maybe that doesn't work, then maybe you got to start to reevaluate, right? Because you've had 2 losers, you've lost, and at this point you're down $800 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, well, am I forcing something now or whatever, right? So I think you got to be, it comes down to the trader, guys. I can't sit here and tell you realistically when to stop trading.
Yeah.
Right? Because I can tell you all day long, take one trade setup. But you know what's going to happen? You're going to trade probably more than that anyway.
Yeah.
Because you need discipline, right? And if you lack discipline, guys, it doesn't matter what D-Money, PW, or anybody else tells you. You're going to do what you want, right? You're not going to kind of take heed. So, whatever works best for you, right? If you feel that after a trade or two, a loser, as an example, if you feel like after you take 2 losers back to back, you start to spiral out of control, then maybe that's your key to, kind of cut it off for the day, right? Use the lockout function, guys. TradeAbate prop, right? You got plenty of props out there that are on TradeAbate prop, including Lucid. So you're able to lock yourself out in profit or not. So you got to know yourself. Trump is speaking now in the Oval Office. So maybe that's, the kind of delayed, right? You got a reversal kind of happening here back to the downside. Maybe that's part of it, guys. I don't know. Right. So, but we could not get the momentum going to get back above 700 kind of going into MOC. So how do you deal with slipping order entries? Yeah. I mean, there's not much you can do about it, to be honest, unless you're if you got to order, because you could try to put orders in, right? But if you get slipped on those orders, that's just part of the game, guys, right? There's not much you can do. If there's a lot of volatility in the market, there is going to be some slippage, right? If you're entering at market only, doing buy and sell at market, then maybe you need to kind of implement orders, right, be in place to kind of minimize the slippage. But other than that, if it's a heavy volatility time, there's not much you can do about it. Honestly, I can't complain about the price action this week. Had to take a few days off from the chaos and go adjust some things, but much smoother this week. Yeah, I agree.
I think that's so important too, D. What do you think? For me, if I have a terrible week, I think it's like I guess everybody else has a different kind of time frame of a break. Some people can be days, some people can be weeks, or whatever the time frame is.
Yeah.
But it's just like stepping out to reset your mind. So like I noticed that like if I had like a terrible week, I should definitely take a break. Maybe if that means like a couple of days off, kind of just to reset. Because like when you have a couple of days that you're red, you're like, I feel like something starts going off in your brain, and then you maybe don't start taking the setups that you should be taking because of the fear. You know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that as far as taking breaks? Like, do you think it's good?
I mean,
to
if you have to
take breaks.
Yeah. I mean,
did you take breaks when you were
there's
starting?
nothing. Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, maybe if I would have took more breaks, I would have got more payouts quicker, right? I mean, like you got to be realistic, guys. I mean, the reality is you got to. I think it comes down to yourself, right? Because we can sit here all day long, chat, and tell you that, hey, maybe it's time to walk away and go touch grass. But are you going to do it?
Yeah.
Right. I remember, chat, there's plenty of times when I was green on accounts. And for some reason, I had to keep trading just because it was fun. Right. You're like, oh, man, this is great. Like, oh, I'm making money. I'm just going to keep going. Yeah. And like no kind of cutoff, no, discipline to be like, you know what? I just made enough money today. I'm at the buffer or whatever on my profit limit for the day. I need to walk away, right? Instead of trying to push it higher and like, because sometimes I'm even like, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's a 50% consistency or 40% consistency, but I'll just make more money tomorrow. So let me just keep pushing this thing, right? Mm-hmm. And that comes with talking about greed and not realizing, guys, you're only going to be sharp in the market for so long on any given day. Yeah. Whether you think you remain sharp all day, it's a fact, guys, right? When you start off in the morning, you're literally only going to be mentally sharp for so long throughout the trading session. That's just how it is, chat. Right? Because we're human, we're not robots. So yeah, that comes with experience. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. There's nothing wrong with locking your computer down for the day, using the lockout function, TraderBait Prop. Shout out to TraderBait Prop for that. Whatever you got to do to keep yourself under control, I mean, it's not going to hurt. I think it's a good thing. So I was 200 above my buffer on my first funded trading Globex that night, won at 1K, blew that joint. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I'm spitting facts here, chat. Trust me. I've been in this trading thing for over 10 years. So I've done a lot of bad things and I've done some good things, right? So I'm not shy to share the bad things, guys, because hopefully that will help you shorten your kind of, I guess you won't have to go through what D Money went through, right? As far as mistakes, slip ups, right? Things that I should have done differently, right? Because every loss that you take, chat, for some reason it weighs heavier on you when you're starting out in trading. For some reason the losses weigh heavier on you than the winners, right? So you're like, oh, I just took a loss, like, you know what I mean? And
exactly, yeah.
It kind of sometimes that can bleed into your next session. That can bleed into your confidence, right? And then all of a sudden you're second guessing entries, and you don't want to take a trade because every time you get long, it goes against you, right? The market's against you, and they're out to get you. And the funny thing is, chat, like if you're trading prop firms, you're literally trading simulated funds. Your order is not even going to the real market, right? So it's like they're not out to get you, chat. You just had a bad.
It's funny you mentioned that because I thought that. I was like, these people are trying to chase. They're trying to chase me because I was so close to hit TP, but then they got my stop. Like, bro, our orders don't even matter, bro.
Yeah, they don't even. But the truth is, we hear you, but we won't fully understand until we experience it. Yeah, Poacher, you're 100% correct, but hopefully it'll help somebody out there, right, where they may be able to prevent from doing what I'm saying, guys. That's all, right? Somebody's gonna take heed, right? But you're gonna have to go through some of this stuff yourself, chat. Right? That's what makes trading hard. I can tell you all day long that you're gonna blow accounts that are gonna be close to payout. I can tell you that you're that you're supposed to stop trading because maybe you don't have a good feel on the market that day, right? And you're just kind of FOMOing and you're getting pissed off and frustrated, or you had a bad night. You didn't sleep that well last night, right? The Spurs lost or the Knicks lost, and that was your team, and you were up late, and all of a sudden the market's opening at 9:30, and you feel like you got to trade it, right? Spurs. So, and now you're half tired, you're not mentally there. So all that stuff plays into your trading, chat. So, but you are right. I mean, I can talk about a lot of stuff but there's still going to be mistakes made. But it will help somebody, chat, right? Because even if you make that mistake and you're like, oh man, that's what D-Money was talking about, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that'll help you prevent it from happening again. So, and I'm just keeping it real, chat, right? With you, I get nothing out of trying to paint a picture that's not the true picture, right? So that's it. If you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. Did we hit 1,000 likes?
Yes, sir.
Looks like we did, so I appreciate the support, chat. We got so that puts us over 3,000 likes for the day. I really appreciate the support, guys. I don't take it for granted, so make no mistake about it. So what questions do you have, guys? We got a few minutes here. We're gonna wrap this thing up, so, and we'll be back tomorrow, obviously, for day number 4. So what questions did you have? We'll try to get them answered here in regards to mentorship related, any kind of trading questions. We will try to get them answered. So what question did you have? Rick Law, thanks for all the sauce and knowledge as usual. D-Money, hey, I appreciate the kind words. Thoughts on AVGO earnings? Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on that. Didn't pull it up, didn't look at it. They got a question for you, Javier. Do you usually trade the whole day?
Yeah, do you usually trade the whole? Oh god, this chat's moving.
Yeah, you can slide it down, slide the mouse down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it says, Javier, do you usually trade the whole day? It must be tiring to do the stream with D-Money. Man, no, I don't. If I'm being honest with you guys, like I said it, I think it was Monday. I usually trade from 9:30 to like 12. On if I told D-Money, like I usually take 2 to 3 trades a day. I don't trade that much. Just because of the whole mental aspect and like we were talking earlier, your mind's only is sharp for only that amount of time. Like if I trade in the morning session, I might tap in. I usually tap into the stream just because I like to hear, you're always dropping that sauce. So obviously the more knowledge, the better. So
yeah.
But as far as actually being behind my computer trading, I'm usually, I aim for about 1.5 to 2 hours tops to actually be focused and just completely locked into the market.
Thank you for the Jamaican jerk sauce.
What?
Oh, man. Thoughts on the Knicks winning tonight? Yeah, I mean, Chad, I'm not opposed to either team, by the way, right? I mean, I would love for Wemby to get a championship. The guy's like, what, 22 or something?
Yeah.
So I would love, obviously, but there's a feel-good story for the Knicks as well. They haven't won in over 50 years, Chad, right? So the reality is I really don't care who wins the finals. I think it'll be a good finals, right? I think it'll be one of the best finals that we've had in a few years. So I'm definitely excited for it. I'm definitely ecstatic that OKC's not in it because we will be getting ready to see a whole bunch of flopping and all that. So I think it'll be a good finals here, guys. So I'm looking forward to it. If you missed the news there, you got basically the Knicks coming up here at 8:30 tonight, local channels, guys, because the finals is on local. So I got YouTube TV, so not worried, but it is on local channels, right? So ABC 8:30, you got game 1. It looks like it's in San Antonio, chat, so that is gonna be a little interesting there for game 1. But I am super pumped up for that game.
Shout out to Wemby.
Be lock and loaded there for game 1.
D-Money says if the Spurs win today, he's buying lunch for sure.
Here we go, guys. We do, you gotta love it. The guy's trying to drop in and get a lunch here.
And
covered,
some good stuff, not some cheap stuff. Some good stuff.
Man, hey,
get a tomahawk.
What's cheap to you might be good to somebody else, sir. So we can't be, all right. So, holy smoke, crowd. Oh, crowd down, yeah. What is your A+ setup? ORB 5 minute? Yeah, typically it's the ORB setup, guys. That's my kind of bread and butter setup, right? That's the preferred setup, is the breakout of the ORB, right? Either bullish or bearish. That's the initial setup. Other than that, you're looking for some kind of breakout with tracement and then continuation higher, right? Just kind of combining the EMAs, using them in confluence with price action. Right, that's what I'm kind of looking for. But yeah, I mean, that first 5 minute, 15 minute candle, depending on how the 5 minute candle kind of finalized out, looking for the ORB breakout. Obviously I'm a momentum trader, guys, so I'm looking for momentum in the market, right? Large size candles, looking for probably a push up like here, right at the ORB, the next candle pushed up, form the top wick, and then you're trying to get short for more downside, right? As an example, trying to chase the momentum. That's all. I would say that's, ORB though is number one, kind of like A+ setup. Does that always work? Absolutely not, because there's times that price looks like it's going to break out after the ORB is set, guys, and you get yoked, right back up. So you got to be, or right back down, depending on the directional move. So you got to be nimble.
Shout out to Fisher Trades. Have a great day, D Money and Javier. Have a great day, brother. Thank you for tapping in.
So D Money, I take 100+ trades a day, and am I over trading? LOL. Alex, well, I mean, I think you know the answer. If you took 100, so Alex, if you took 100 trades, right? I mean, that is algo style, brother. You are not shy about hitting the buy or sell button, and that's a lot of trading, man. I mean, you got D Money rocking out here for 5+ hours, guys, and I have not taken 100 trades. So, I mean, when are you finding the time to hit 100 trades? That's crazy. The more the merrier. LOL. Oh, man. It was real being here today. I'm a lurker. The sauce is real. Thanks, D Money and Javier. Hey, Bex. I appreciate the kind words, man. Make sure you hit the like button and you're subscribed to the channel. We rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m.
Appreciate you tapping in, brother.
How do you not look at the lower time frames? I find myself making entries on the 1 minute and getting stuck on that 1 minute chart. Yeah, Michael. So see, the issue is for me, like I've said it a couple times, right? To be honest, guys. I was getting trapped on the 1 minute because, you go to the 1 minute chart, guys. You look at these candles, right? Remember, there's 60 of these in 1 hour, right? So you get trapped sometimes because you're like, now, is there market structure here for potential entries? Absolutely, right? That would have played out. But for some reason, guys, for D Money, and look at the flush McGush here.
Wow.
Right back down, right? So for some reason, guys, D Money kind of witnessed a ton of fake outs on the 1 minute chart, so I gravitated towards the 5 minute, right? Because I got faked out too many times, guys. Here's the pull, here's the drop. Wow. So I don't know if Trump said something here. Somebody said Trump is speaking, chat. So, but clearly you got a rejection off of 618 down to 542 here. So quite the drop on the current 5 minute candle. To about 73 points so far. This thing is flush McGush. This is not ideal bullish kind of for the bulls, right? The bulls are literally crying in a paper bag right now. So hyperventilating, guys. So you got a 75 point drop. You gotta love it. Yeah, D, I love trading on the 1 minute, but the fake outs are crazy. 5 minute is a better chart, much cleaner. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what I had to kind of realize for myself, guys. And this is, like I said, honestly, it's not to take away from anybody that trades that 1 minute chart, because I know there's people in the chat that trade the 1 minute chart, guys. But D Money did not have a ton of success on it, so I went back right away to the 5 minute chart.
That was honestly a game changer for me too, when I changed from the 1 minute to the 5 minute.
So you used to trade on the one. How long were you trading the 1 minute?
Bro,
the 1 minute chart?
A year.
You know what I think it is? There's something about it, guys, because you're like, man, I can make profit quick, right?
Yeah.
It's a 1 minute chart.
Yeah, exactly.
I can scalp this thing, and then, but before you know it, guys, you're staying on that chart. So you're really on the chart for an extended period of time, right? Yeah. So it's not really 1 minute that you're there. You're there the same amount of time you are on the higher top frame charts. Yeah. But right, because you get trapped. You're like, oh well, here's a 10-pointer, here's a 5-pointer, and then all of a sudden you get ripped, right?
Yep.
Like that's.
Yeah, to me, the 1 minute is way too noisy. Not enough confirmation. Like you said, if you're successful with the 1 minute, good for you, man. But for me, I couldn't do it.
Dr. Z, what was the MOC poll results? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can go all the way back there. So let me check something real quick. So I know we had pump dump and or chop, guys, right? Does anybody remember the percentage from the poll? Because I can't scroll all the way back to the poll now, guys, right? Because we dropped that way before, and there's been so much interaction on the chat that it's literally gone now. So can we copy your trades? You can always rewind it, Dr. Z, like once it's over, right? I closed it out right before, like I think like 3:45 to like 3:48. So you can always like rewind the stream and go back and see it, right? But I honestly don't remember the final. I understand the 1 minute for the first like hour of the session. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you, whatever your edge is, chat. All right, somebody has it here. All right, so Charles has it. He says 40% was up and 36% was down. So Hobby the Great. D Money buying lunch tomorrow, 100%. Yeah, that's not... well, sir, you've got lunch all this week apparently. So hey, I mean, unreal, guys. Broadcom earnings turned the algos. Yeah, let me double check that real quick. Right, so is that what it was? Check something here.
Javier made a band. He can get D-Money a tomahawk? Come on, man.
I know, right? So we had 14 after the bell today. You had, is that right? CrowdStrike? I thought CrowdStrike already. Yeah, that's right. I mean, you had CrowdStrike. You had quite a few here, chat, that printed, it looks like, after the bell. CrowdStrike, AVGO, that's what somebody was kind of referring to, came out at 415. You got Five Below that reported here. It looks like Petco or Wolf, right? Which is, I guess they're under Wolf, but it's Petco Health. Let me check tomorrow, matter of fact, while we're here, because that's good to know. Tomorrow we got 16 after the bell. You got Lulu. Okay, so Lulu is reporting tomorrow, guys. DocuSign after the bell. A couple others there, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So we'll see if it impacts us at all. So pretty drastic push down there. Got Trump speaking, had some, it sounds like some negative earnings. Could have had an impact on the market. Sometimes you say above or below the 14. What do you mean by that? Yeah, so in theory, chat, if you're below the 14 EMA, that's technically bearish, right? So now you can't just automatically take trades off of that, guys, right? Because for one, a lot of times you're going to get fake outs where price drops below the 14 and it pushes back, but you're putting everything in to consideration. So like, perfect example would be here. You want a bearish EMA cross, guys, kind of telling you that there's more downside momentum stepping into the market, right? So right now, as long as we stay below the 14 with that bearish cross, in theory, you wouldn't be looking for longs, chat, right? Because the momentum is to the downside, right? We're below all three EMAs. You got a bearish EMA cross. The EMAs are pointing towards the downside, so that's kind of telling you that there's a lot of bearish momentum in the market. So when you hear me talking about things like, oh, we're below the EMA, or in this example, we were above the EMA, right? So the opposite of that would be like here, you had a bullish EMA cross, right? So price had a notice the momentum, guys, to the upside, came back to the EMA, formed a cross, pushed back up. So when price comes back to the EMA, a lot of times you're looking for a bullish reaction. And if it closes below the EMA, sometimes that is an indication that we're going to head back to the downside, guys. So that EMA acts as basically a resistance level. It can act as a support level when price is in momentum. So if you notice over here, we can take these off because, well, I don't want to take off my EMAs, right? It's going to take off all my EMAs if I do that. So if you notice to the left, we had all this market structure kind of getting back to the 14 and 50 EMA, and then you had rejection back down, right? So that's telling you that price can't hold the EMAs, guys, because for us to go higher, the EMAs are a trending indicator. So you would expect that if we're really going to go up and head higher, we're able to stay above these EMAs, right? And notice how price could not close above the 50 EMA, right? We got to the 14, we had a long wick, we had a rejection, and then we had a sell off right back down, right? And then when the uptrend started, we had a pop above the EMA, retracement, pop higher, retracement, pop higher, consolidation, pop higher, right? And then once we flush back below the EMAs here, close below them, we got more selling pressure that stepped in to the market, to the downside, right? That's just how it works. What EMAs do I use? 1450 and 200 EMA. So just put them in the chat. 1450 and 200 chat. ORB breakout. Yeah, you got to make sure you're like, I don't know if you tune into the morning show, but we definitely cover that. That was on the agenda today for the mentorship, right? ORB is basically the opening range breakout. You're looking for, in this example today, we had a 15-minute ORB range, right? So this is the 15-minute chart, 930 candle. You map out the high and the low. So if you notice on my chart, these black lines, guys, that's the opening range high, 30,807.75 is the high, and then you have 30,622 is the low, right? That's this first 15-minute candle. So price opened up. I either trade the 5-minute ORB, which is a 930 candle that closes at 935, or I trade the 945 candle, chat. So today it was a little bit clearer on the 15-minute candle. You map it out, you map out the high and the low, and you're waiting for a break in either direction, and you're trying to join the momentum in that direction. So today you got paid if you took shorts on the breakout to the downside of the ORB, right? Because you had a break below it and you had some selling pressure that stepped into the market. If you kind of measure that off the ORB to the downside here, that's 126 points, right? So if you tune in tomorrow, hopefully we'll get an ORB setup, right? We never know, but hopefully we'll be able to kind of frame an ORB setup where you will see me take an ORB trade, right? So maybe it's your first time kind of rocking out with us. If it is, make sure you are subscribed and you hit the notification bell. You'll get an alert when we're live. Make no mistake about it. D, I dropped everything off my charts too. I only use what you use, and it has helped me tremendously. Thank you. Keep it simple. Hey, Alex. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, man. But make no mistake about it. You've had a lot of time out, sir. So we'll never forget your username. So the thing is, hey, I'm glad to hear it. You know, if it's working for you.
Trying to get on your good side, bro.
On a serious note. What determines you using the 15 or the 5? Yeah, what determines that, chat? We got a couple minutes here. We're going to call this thing, we're going to call it for the day here, guys. But basically, the 5-minute chart, right? If that 5-minute ORB is not super clear, chat, meaning that you don't get a nice momentum candle, maybe there's a super long wick or something. You see how like this 5-minute candle today, you had the wick up here. If you guys remember at the beginning of the morning show, I mapped out the level up here that I was saying that, hey, that level more than likely will get hit if we get momentum to the upside. And it got hit, right? So they swiped those highs, got us up to 807, and then they pulled it back. So the only issue with that, chat, is basically, you got a lot of, it's a big range, right? It's a big range. And remember, chat, this next candle opened up, it pushed down, but then it pushed right back up. So that's why when I saw that, I'm like, you know what? Probably need to wait for, because, and keep in mind, the first 5-minute candle was green, and then it went red. So I was like, you know what? Probably want to wait for the 15-minute candle, right? Because if this was a solid candle, chat, like a 200 point candle or something with no long wick, a solid body, then that's a little different, right? So went to the 15. Obviously, you got a solid candle on the 930 candle closing out at 945, and then you're looking to kind of join the momentum in that direction, guys, right on the break. So every day could be a little different, chat, because we don't know how price is going to open up. A lot of times when you get a push at market open, or pre-market, I should say, pre-market open, a lot of times you'll get like some kind of either consolidation or choppy price action right at the open. So you got to be a little patient, right? And kind of let the market set up. So that's why. What's all of your EMA settings? Yeah, I literally just dropped that in the chat. I'm going to pin it so you can see it at the top of the chat. 14, 50, and 200. So that's pinned in the chat. So 14, 50, and 200 EMA, guys. I literally just pinned it in the chat. So if you haven't already, do me a solid. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know the vibes.
I got a question for you, D.
Yeah.
How did you manage and handle as far as telling other people when you were, when you started trading? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, your
man.
family or whoever it was in your family, because that's something that obviously I struggle with. I feel like a lot of people struggle with. I know a lot of people are just like, don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
As
people
far
say
as
that. Yeah. But there's a good reason why they say that.
Yeah,
so.
of course. But did you tell friends or family members, or were you just kind of keeping it to yourself?
I mean, majority of my family know that I trade, but I don't share. The only person that I kind of share ups and downs and how I did for the day or whatever is my brother, right?
Okay.
Nobody else really kind of, like my sister know I trades, but she doesn't like, like how'd you do today, like trading, like she doesn't, kind of bring that up. But my mom obviously knows I trade and stuff like that. But the reason why, guys, is that I've talked about this multiple times. A lot of times your family could kind of hinder you from, well, are you making any money?
Yeah.
I haven't, right? Or, I haven't got to a payout yet. And then all of a sudden, guys, that's an hour-long conversation with your parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
On why, you decided to do this, and it's not, you need to get a regular job. And there's nothing wrong with having a conventional job, Chad. I think that's smart, because you need to have some kind of income coming in, because what happens if you go on a losing streak and you're not making money for a while? I mean, like, you got to be realistic with trading, chat, right? You might go on a losing streak and you can't get a payout to save your life. Right? I mean, that happens. Yeah. It's going to happen, chat, right? Yeah. So the reality is, if you're 100% depending on trading income, that is a lot of pressure. And it is not going to be good, because you still got bills to pay, right? So, you got to be smart, guys. I know that it's very tempting to like, I'm going to throw away this, I'm out of this job, right? They don't appreciate me, and I can just trade full time. And well, we know the stats that over 90% of people never see a payout in their entire trading career, guys. So just kind of think about that. It's very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's prop firm numbers. That's accurate. Yeah.
Well.
So, because it's not easy. So the reality is that you're, trading is one of those things, guys, that you just sitting in front of the computer, or you getting in front of your phone, turning on your phone and opening a trade doesn't mean you're going to make money, right? It's like there's going to be ups and downs and battles and all that. So you need to have a backup plan. You need to have some money coming in. Javier, how long have you been trading?
I've been trading for about 1 year and 10 months now. Almost going to be 2 years.
Do a poll in the chat and see how many have received the first payout from a prop firm. We've done that before, guys. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow when we got a bigger sample size, right? So it's already 4:31 here, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. See, right when we got a bigger sample size, guys. Maybe that's probably a good thing to do during the morning show when we got 4,000 plus people kind of rocking out. We'll do that and see how many people have gotten to it. I'm going to be 6 years and only 2 payouts. Yeah, Pablo, you're speaking the real facts, my friend. I know people, and guys, there's people out there that have gotten a payout in 3 months, 4 months. I know because they're literally sending me DMs.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, D-Buddy, I've been trading for 3 months. You know, I got my first payout. Yeah. So I know it's happening. But you got to go at your own pace. You're in a battle with yourself, guys. You're not in a battle with anybody else. So don't feel that you're behind. I wouldn't say that you're behind. What I will say is that you need to basically cut out whatever you're doing to blow accounts. Try to minimize it because you're still gonna blow accounts. That's the reality, guys. You only got so much drawdown. You might have a bad day where you took some losers in a row, and then that's it, right? I mean, you got $2,000 worth of drawdown. You took 3 bad trades. You lost $500 each trade. Well, you only got $500 left, right? You come back the next day. You take one toppy trade, you're probably done, right? Because you maybe got $100 left. Good luck, right, with that account. So use the code PW. So the reality is that you know it's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen, right? But how do you bounce back from it? And did you take good setups that just didn't work, right? Because you have to be okay if you took good setups that didn't work. They just didn't play out, right? But overall in the long run they will, because if you got a 70% win rate. Maybe, you took 3 bad losers back to back, right? And that's just a fact. You know that you're going to lose 3 trades. If you got a 70% win rate out of 10, you're going to lose probably 3 trades. That's just the math, chat.
Do you feel like win rate is up to you as well? Because it's like, there was this guy, I forgot his name. He holds the record for the highest Apex payout or something like that.
JCap?
Yeah, JCap. I just saw he has a podcast that it was like one trader against 30 unprofitable traders or something like that. And pretty much the whole show is just them asking him questions. Yeah. And he says it. He was like, when he got that, I'm like, don't quote me, but I think this is what he said. It was that when he got the biggest payout was like a $2 million payout or something like that. Yeah. His win rate was like 20 or 30% or something like that.
Yeah, that's what he said. I mean, I don't know, right? Obviously, I don't see his numbers or anything like that, but I know that's what he says. I mean, the thing is, sizing is important, like with that, right? Because if your size too large, you're not gonna, your win rate's not gonna play out, right? And that's the point. So it's all about sizing and all that. Because if you're trading 2 contracts, guys, and you got $2,000 drawdown, and you know that you got a 70% win rate, well, are you really giving yourself a fair opportunity to be profitable, right? Because you're gonna have losers. You might get stopped out, right? And if you got, God forbid, you got trailing drawdown accounts where, right, you were actually positive, and then you got stopped out. Well, that affects your drawdown.
That drawdown,
right? If you were positive, so you got all that kind of comes into play. So, but we're gonna call it here, guys. Right? It's 4:35 tomorrow. Make no mistake about it. We will be back in the building
tomorrow, guys.
So make sure you're tuned in, lock and loaded, guys. We got a pretty good agenda for tomorrow as well. Day number 4 of the mentorship. We will be back at 9 o'clock. And we'll try to get the party started. Hopefully we'll get some decent price action, chat. Hopefully it will be like today. I think today overall, pretty good session, chat, right? Had a ton of trades, to be honest. Pretty good setups here. So saw a lot of W's in the chat. So I think hopefully tomorrow it continues. And we got the game tonight. Looking forward to it.
Let's go Spurs.
And we'll see how it plays. Great job today. Very educational. Hey, too much for you. We appreciate the kind words. We definitely try. Tomorrow we will do it again. So go Spurs. Yeah, we'll see. Yep. Will there be an opportunity for online mentorship of out-of-town people? Yeah, I'm not sure. I know, guys, let me say that real quick before we wrap this thing up. I know there's a lot of people that reached out to D-Money chat. Make no mistake about it, because I got a lot of DMs. There's people from New Jersey and other states, other countries, guys, that wanted this thing opened up, right, to more people. We'll see how that works in the future, chat. So this one, though, obviously it was the first one that D-Money did here. It was open up only for local. So we'll see how that looks in the future. So stay tuned to the channel. You'll find out. Make no mistake about it. If we do that, we will definitely let you know. So we're going to call it here, guys. Stay dry if you're in South Florida, because there's been a lot of rain. I got a free car wash outside for the Honda, so looking forward to that. But you know what sucks about that, chat? You get a free car wash, and then by the time you drive in the rain, it gets dirty again. So it's not really a free car wash. So But hey, that's life. So on the way out, hit the like button if you're not subscribed. You know what to do. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Until then, we gone.
Peace out.